I never thought of becoming an actor. I never wanted to be an actor. But while I was modeling, I did notice that it's not a bad world really if you meet the right people. What people will say or what they will think. I've never been that person.
Let's do this.
When it comes to you, I get super nervous.
The Zoom house act.
And you're more nervous than I am.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah, and on today's episode, I have very talented Rashi Khanna. Welcome to Miss Mali. Rashi, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I have waited for so long to do this, you have no idea.
Really?
Yes, because last year I watched World Famous Lover, and I love that film. I love that film. And I'm like, I have to talk to this girl who featured in it because there's so many conversations that I actually want to have with you. Okay. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually take you back in time. Okay. And I want to take you back to the time where you thought that, hey, you know what? I want to become an actor. So first of all, did you always want to become an actor? Or that is something that just happened?
Okay, so that is something you really need to know. I never thought of becoming an actor. I never wanted to be an actor because I was an extremely shy person. I was one of those front benchers who would proxy for other women. I was in a girls' college. I was in Lady Shriram. I did English honors. And I actually wanted to be an IAS officer, and acting was nowhere on the radar. Because honestly, in my family also, there's nobody who's in this business. So for me to even have a thought about it was very far-fetched. Like I never really thought. And in college, actually, somebody approached me to start modeling, and I started modeling out of the fact that okay, let me earn pocket money and go through college. That's how I started it. But then it just kept happening one after the other, and I think it was destiny more for me than me wanting it.
Yeah. So when you got your first acting, gig, okay, how did your parents react to it? Were they okay with it, or were they little skeptical about the fact that they didn't belong to this industry?
They've actually always been very open, and they've always been very modern also in their thinking, in the way that they think that it's about you and your values as a person. It really doesn't matter where you are going, because the world is not an easy place to be, and it can be any industry, not just this. But of course, there's this whole thing about, oh, maybe it's not right, maybe it's not okay. But while I was modeling, I did notice that it's not a bad world really if you meet the right people. And I think I've been really blessed that I've always met the right ones. So I never really had to face anything as such. So I think they were pretty comfortable with me getting into films eventually.
Yeah. I like how you already said the fact that it's, what is important is to meet the right people. And once you meet the right kind of people, I think it's a collaborative effort, right? Everybody helps each other to just go ahead. Now, when the first film happened, okay, do you remember how nervous, excited, scared you were that, hey, my film is coming out tomorrow. I don't know what is happening. Am I going to be fine? Or were you all over the place?
Actually, I honestly had no feeling. I just wanted to see myself on screen. I just wanted to see how it looks because I had no idea how it looks. I had no idea about anything. So I was actually excited about seeing myself on screen. I wasn't really worried about what people will say or what they will think. I've never been that person. I just want to see myself and see that, do I really belong here? I want to see this and I want to see if I'm good at it. And I have some very good circle of friends and family who are very harsh on me. So they'll just tell me that, this is not for you or you suck at this. And I think we need such people in our lives. And when they saw Madras Cafe, they were like, okay, we didn't know you could pull this off. So you're good at it, maybe you should explore it more, is the reaction that I got. So I think I was going back. Of course, I was a bag of emotions. I as you said, I wasn't all over the place, but I was just thinking, okay, should I be taking this as a career or should I just go back and study and do the other thing? But I'm really glad that it worked for me, and I actually quite enjoyed being on a film set. So I thought, okay, maybe I should give this a shot.
Yeah, that means you were meant for this, rather.
Yes.
And also the fact that you spoke about, it's very important for actors or anybody to have those kind of people in their life who keep you grounded and who give you a reality check, because in this entire showbiz business, it's so easy to get carried away with all the show that happens around that somewhere you just forget where you've come from, right? And so
Yeah.
these friends or the people that you mentioned, are these friends that you've had from your childhood?
Yes, yes. A lot of friends I have are from my childhood, from the time that I was in class one, some of them.
Wow.
So I've had my chuddy buddies in life, and they're very, very. They've never been starstruck. We've never been such people in life. So they'll always tell me, okay, this is not working for you. They were never like, oh my god, you're in a film. You know, that was never the thing. Okay, you're in a film. Let's watch it. Are you good at it? Is what we want to see. So I think I was really blessed to have such people in my life, and I still do. So which I actually think is quite a blessing.
Yeah. Also, I want you to remember a film that, you know, when you were working on, physically, mentally, you went through a lot because, you know, every character that you play, it's like you are wearing different shoes, and in that wearing different shoes, at times it's, you know, as actors, you know, as a human being, you forget that who you really are, right? Especially because you are constantly in and out of so many characters. Which was that
Yes.
one character that you remember that you played that actually took a toll on you?
Actually, there are two, but
Yeah, tell
I
me
think
both of them then.
one is Varsha that I played in Toli Prema. That's one of my favorite film of me, and one is definitely Yamini from World Famous Lover. So these two characters were very different from me as a person. Actually, World Famous Lover, the character is quite closer to me in terms of how I would react in certain situations, but it was not easy to play that role because I had to go through an emotional turmoil inside me to be able to justify the character. And I haven't been in that situation in reality. So I literally had to feel that pain of going through it. So
Yeah.
that was definitely something that took a huge toll on me emotionally. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm so happy that you mentioned World Famous Lover because I remember the first 20 minutes in the film. As a viewer, I knew what this girl is going through. Like, she was breaking down step by step inside, but for her exterior, she had to pull that face off that, hey, I am fine. And that one day, that volcano just erupts. Okay,
Yes.
when you play such characters, okay, how much of a toll does it take on you as a human being?
So I think there are two ways of acting in this or taking this process. One is where you actually become the character and you start feeling like the character. And I know of actors who suddenly will be laughing and suddenly they'll say action and they'll start emoting. Like Vijay is one such actor who's brilliant because you give him anything. He will not really need time to prepare. He'll read it and he'll be like, okay, done. I'll be in this emotion quickly. Probably it comes from his theatre experience. But for me, I literally had to get into the character. So I had told Vijay already, I said, don't talk to me during the shoot. Like, I don't want you to talk to me. For me, you're Gautam, you're not Vijay. So don't show me Vijay. I just want to see Gautam. I just want to be Yamini. So, and he was extremely, extremely supportive of that fact. And I remember there were times I wouldn't even look at him. He'd just be like, you know, you come on action and you come only on set at that time. That way he was very supportive. So for me, I had to lock down myself for like 2 weeks. Like I had to be at home. Like my parents stay with me, but I had to send them back to Delhi. I said, please go to Delhi. I just need to be alone because I need to get into this character. That's my process. For us, some actors, they really don't have to do it. They just can switch in and switch out.
Switch off. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it did. We shot that first 20 minutes that you see in the film. It's actually over a period of 2 weeks that we shot the whole sequence, and I was literally in that zone. And I had told even my team that nobody smile at me because I'm usually a very smiley person. I smile, and you know, I'm a morning person and be happy.
Yeah.
But when we were shooting, I said, don't smile at me. You know, I can't get out of character. So that's the time I actually really worked on a character, so to say. Yeah.
And you know, when now this is the time when you've already slipped in the character, everything's going hunky-dory, great as per what you wished for. But how difficult is it to get out of that character? Has this ever happened with you? That your friends have told you, listen, can you please behave like Rashi and not like your character?
Actually, yeah, I mean, it's not so easy to get out of character if you ask me, if you spend so many days playing that role. And for me, see, I'm a spiritual person, so I'm meditative. It becomes a little easier for me to detach. Once I'm done with it, probably a day or two it will continue, but then I'll be back to being myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't let myself flow with the character because Rashi is extremely different and she has to be her. So I bring myself to me, and it doesn't take much time for me, honestly.
Because I've heard a lot of actors say this, that you know, somewhere when you're playing a character, you become the character becomes you, and for the longest time after you're done playing the character, you somewhere the lines become very blur, right? For every actor, and that's why I think acting, is a very difficult job, and it's not as easy as people make it sound like that. Hey, you have to just put some makeup on, stand in front of the camera, and just act. Okay.
Yes.
So today, when you act in front of the camera, okay, what are the things that you take with you on a set and be like, hey, this is the real Rashi, let's not forget it.
So, majorly, unless if it's a character like a Yamini, where I literally have to be in character for like some days to be able to project that emotion. Otherwise, I don't really take my character home. Like in the morning, I'll wake up with a fresh mind. I'll go to set. I know I already prepare my dialogue and everything beforehand. I have a sense of the character, and when I go on set, I'm Rashi till they say, now action. Now you're another character. These are characters that are easier to play, where you don't have to, be emotionally drained out, or you don't have to get into a skin of somebody that's completely different from who you are. So there are easy characters and there are different characters. It actually depends on the kind of character you're playing. But yeah, I don't think I've lost myself anywhere, but I have honestly learned from a lot of characters, because as I mentioned in Tori Prema, one of my films, where I play this character called Vasha, I really did not agree with what she was doing in the film. And there were times when I told the director, I said, I don't think this woman should do this. And he said, Rashi, please detach yourself from her. You're not her. And this is what she does. This is who she is. So you start empathizing with people and you start understanding where they come from. Your judgment goes away, because now you see things from all sides. You just don't judge a person. You just don't judge a situation. I think that's how you grow as a person also.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely as a person, I have really grown through these characters, but I haven't changed myself, the core person that I am. I might have become better, but I don't become the character.
There's an initiative that you started to call Be the Miracle, okay? And
Yeah.
I would really want to know about it. Can you please elaborate about it?
So basically, during this pandemic, I was doing everything that I could in my own little way. And eventually, I wanted to know of all the NGOs that were working here in Hyderabad, and I got a list of them, and I decided to talk to Roti Bank about what they were doing. And I decided to go on the field work. It's when I did the field work that I understood that my contribution is just like a drop in the ocean. That there is so much that is needed, and I alone cannot suffice for it. Like I alone cannot just contribute. I've never been really okay about sharing what I'm doing, because I genuinely feel that अगर आप दान करते हैं तो एक हाथ को पता नहीं होना चाहिए दूसरा कितना दे रहा है. And I've always avoided PR around it. Always. I'm not very comfortable with it. But this time, I think with the support of Miss Aruna, who actually helped me, and she said, Rashi, if you talk about it, people will know about it and we'll get more contributions. So I think it'll be great. It did put me out of my comfort zone, actually starting something like Be the Miracle. But I think it was a great thing that I did, because once I did it, there was so much pool of donations that came in, and there were so many more mouths that we could feed, that I felt like, okay, probably this is the time when you use use the image of being an actor or a celebrity, or that people actually follow you. So whatever that you do, they'll get inspired, and they did. So I think it was a great thing. I think it was the right decision that I made. Even if I did it a lot late, my earlier might have helped more, but I still feel there's so much more as people that we need to do for others, and this is the right time.
Yeah.
Everyone should do that bit.
But when you said that you stepped out of your comfort zone and you actually had to start talking about it, do you think that really helped it?
Yes, I mean, me definitely as a person, because I thought, okay, this is the best way I can use my fame. I mean, fame is just when people get inspired by you when you do something. And I thought, okay, maybe this is the best use of it. I had a lot of people telling me that I have to do it, even though I was anti it in the beginning. But when I went to the field work, I did realize that alone I cannot do so much. There's really not much I can do alone. Maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe for 2 months I can give meals. But what about after that? We do need a lot of people supporting each other. So yeah, I mean, I did get out of my comfort zone. I made all those videos. I went into the field again. I recorded all that to show people that this is the reality. And I think a lot of people got inspired because we got a lot of messages, we got a lot of donations. So yes, I mean, it definitely changed things for that NGO that's aiming to provide meals to as many people as they can.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of taking this forward also. Be the miracle, as in I am going to associate with old age homes now for vaccination drives, and the food is still an ongoing process. So it's something that doesn't stop. And with the help of a lot of people, especially during the pandemic, it helps a lot of others who are really in need.
And if somebody wants to donate to this, how can they do this?
So there is a website. It's called www.rotibank.org, rotibankhyderabad.org. If you go there, there's a place where you can just press donate, and there'll be all the details that will be given to you. It's also on my Instagram page, so anyone who wants to donate can donate, and it's actually just rupees 40 that you need to give them for one meal. So even if you give them say 40 or 80 or 1,000 rupees, they'll still be able to feed a lot of people. So that's actually nothing. Like, we just shop online, or we do so much online, and we just spend 40 rupees is nothing. So if we just give it out for a good cause, that'll just help someone eat and sleep well.
I'm going to do that right away. You are doing a great job by doing this,
Thank you so
actually.
much.
And I'm
Thank you.
sure that you're getting a lot of blessings for this, because this is, like you said, it is one thing that to be an actor, and another how you use that ahead. And you are a great example of that. So please keep doing it. Please keep inspiring people with what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And hoping
Thank
to
you
see
so
you
much.
super, super soon. It was so
Yeah.
much fun talking to you, and this is so worth it. I am so glad this happened.
Thank you. Thank you so
Always, please take care of yourself.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
So that was all for today, folks. Do like, share, and subscribe to Miss Malini, and do tune in next Tuesday for yet another episode of Bollywood Zoomies.